There's a moment for everyone who works with seniors, a moment when you realize this isn't just a job, it's something more, something deeper, and it starts changing you. Not all at once, but slowly, over time. You begin to see life differently, relationships differently, even yourself differently, because caring for someone at their most vulnerable teaches you things no textbook ever could. It teaches you to listen, not just to what's said, but what's unspoken. It teaches you to value presence over performance. And it teaches you that the smallest acts of compassion can make the biggest difference. At Caring Senior Service, we've spent over 30 years walking alongside families during one of life's most personal seasons, helping seniors stay safe, comfortable, and connected at home. It's a privilege we don't take lightly. And it's why the stories you're about to hear mean so much to us. We're not here to sell you a fantasy. We're here to share what we've lived. We work with caregivers, franchise owners, and families every single day. And through those relationships, we've seen how this work doesn't just support clients. It transforms the people doing the caring.
One of my favorite memories was I was visiting a client who had some early onset Alzheimer's. I don't know if it was Alzheimer's. And she had a beautiful piano sitting in her living room. And so we were just sitting there and we were chatting about things and chatting about her family. And so I asked her about the piano. And through that, I learned that, she used to love to play the piano, played for her church. And so I asked her if she would play a song for me. And she, after just a little bit of nudging, agreed to play a song for me, and I was able to record it. But I shared the video with her family who did not live in town. And the son called me back emotional and said, "That is the first time I have heard my mother play that piano since my father died." She actually ended up passing away not too long after that experience, unexpectedly. But the family members were so grateful to have that video and that experience of their mom playing the piano after it had been such a long time. That was just such a beautiful memory for me.
In this field, you don't just show up for tasks, you show up for people. And when you do that, truly show up, you realize that caring for others helps you become a better version of yourself. More humble, more emotionally available, more human.
Just my personality is I really absorb somebody's emotions or feelings. I really get involved in my clients' families and help and support. And, I might run over to a client's house to flip a circuit breaker or, take care of the bug exterminator guy that might be coming.
That level of care changes your leadership too. You stop managing people. You start building a culture where caregivers feel seen, where clients feel respected, and where everyone's role has value.
Your business kind of becomes your family, and the people you work with become your family. And it's not just about, telling them what to do, but it's working alongside them and helping them in the midst of their problems and life.
When service runs in the family, it shows. The values that shaped a father's path often become the foundation for the next generation.
I've seen in my dad, and he's definitely passed that down, is just a deep level of compassion for others. Just a level of caring that goes beyond a paycheck, goes beyond a job. It's truly something that I think he's extremely passionate about and loves to do, loves to serve people. And it shows, in the business. And so I think that's absolutely been something he's passed down to me. And we just, I love the industry. It's an extremely hard industry to be in, and yet it's one of the most rewarding because you get to serve people and care for people at a very deep level, a very intimate level at times, which means there's heart involved.
Because when your work reflects your values, it doesn't just pay the bills, it pays forward. You begin to realize that what matters most can't be measured in margins or spreadsheets. It's measured in memories, in quiet, everyday victories, like helping someone get dressed with dignity, or giving a spouse time to rest without guilt, or witnessing a moment of clarity after days of confusion.
There's one client in specific or particular that I'm thinking about. We're able to help get her to doctor's appointments, get evaluated, get on the right medication, and then almost within a couple of weeks got to see just a completely different person. She was thinking clear, she was able to speak clearer, and then, she was communicating in ways that she hadn't communicated before. And so it was really sweet. We were able to see almost a completely different person within a couple of weeks that became very, very social and not as anxiety ridden as when we first started with her. And so we were able to start getting her out, and she wanted to go out to eat more, and she wanted to go to the senior center that we have here in town. And so we were able to start getting her to do some of that stuff, where in the beginning she was too anxious to even go out of her house.
When you help someone reclaim their independence, you feel it, not just in your work, but in your spirit. You start to value things differently, appreciate time more, forgive faster, and connect deeper.
This client, if he had not had the ability to stay in his home, I know that he probably would not have lived as long as he did. But his whole goal in life was to live to be 100. And he unfortunately missed it by 1 month. I would say he's probably my most memorable client that we've ever had. And he thrived because we were able to be with him in his home and have us there. I don't think he would have lived as long as he did, and I know he would not have made it a month till his 100th birthday.
Sometimes that's what this work is really about. Not saving people, but helping them finish their story in a way that feels honest, whole, and dignified. And in doing that for others, your own story starts to evolve too. You become less driven by ego and more by empathy. You become someone others can count on. You become someone you're proud to be. At Caring Senior Service, we believe the work we do doesn't just change lives, it changes us. And if you're ready for a career that means more, that gives more, and ultimately shapes more than just your future, we invite you to learn more. Let's talk about what your journey could look like.